The first thing to note is that we have been, and when I say we, I mean conservatives, Republicans, those who lean right, have been fooling ourselves. We have been telling ourselves that the Democrats take the black vote for granted because they don't deliver any real goods, that they're taking our vote for granted. That is not true. The proof is in the page, on page 2 of the document I sent you, is a page called The Cost of Silence. If you look at that page, you'll notice that over the course, since 2008 up until now, there has been $4 billion spent for the largest Democratic PAC. And the largest comparable Republican PAC didn't even start until 2020, has only raised $250 million. Now, in your packet, by the way, it says $3 billion. But the reason I'm saying $4 billion is because we got new figures in since this packet was prepared that show even more money. What's even more prescient is at the top of the page, you'll notice that in 45 days, your packet says $750 million. Again, we've received more information. Now it's $1 billion, and I'll attach the new page to this email. $1 billion has gone from these organizations to other organizations who concentrate on the black vote. Black Lives Matter, the NAACP, the Urban League, the Southern Poverty Law Center. That's $1 billion in 45 days. That's why we're losing. That's why we can't get the black vote. That's why 90% of black America votes Democrat. Because anytime a crisis happens, the corporate powers that be, the Democrats that be, pour money into this crisis to get the message out there. We're the only organization that is looking to combat that effort. There are currently 4 types of political organizations on the black side. 3 really have only existed and been sanctioned. We're the 4th one. The first type is entertainers. That's Diamond and Silk. That's Terrence K. Williams. Awesome people delivering a great message, but they're entertainers. The second type are firebrand igniters. Those are people like Candace Owens or Officer Tatum. They make a statement, they throw it out there, and it ignites the left, and they run with their hair on fire. The third type are the intelligentsia, academia. That's Shelby Steele, Walter Williams, Dr. Thomas Sowell, right? They spend their time researching, studying, and bringing about the intellectual argument to what we already know to be true. But the fourth type has never really existed until we came about. And that is a political organization that is dedicated to actually moving voters from the blue column to the red column. That's what's needed now. And that's what our purpose is. And moving voters doesn't look like entertainment. It doesn't look like academia. It doesn't look like being a firebrand. Moving a voter is a very different process. And your packet on Flood the Zone goes into a little bit of detail on that process. And the next thing I wanted to mention is something that we've got to be cautious of. People have been saying to me, using Texas as an example, Autry, why in the world is Texas almost going to convert? Why is it that in 2018, Ted Cruz came within 2.4 percentage points of losing Texas? The simple question is because Democrats never left, unlike us. When we're talking with candidates, the biggest thing that happens is the donor world says to our candidates, hey, you can't win that. The Democrats have been winning New York for 40 plus. They've been winning California 45 plus. They've been winning Chicago 55 plus. So you're wasting your money and we're not going to donate there. Well, the Democrat donors don't take that attitude. The Democrat donors, even when Texas had been going Republican, going Republican, going Republican, going Republican in every single election cycle in Texas, you still saw, even during the Obama campaign, the Democrats putting forth an effort to get their message out because they knew eventually the message will get heard and will get grabbed and people will ride the message. But we as Republicans don't think that way. We have to change our thinking. We have to be both short-term and long-term thinking. And that's what this PAC is doing. In the short term, we're trying to hold Trump's 8%, add 4 to 6% of that. And then through that, we can win him the swing states we need him to win. But in the long term, we're using the political action committee process to develop an infrastructure, hire great talent, and try to be an answer to Black Lives Matter. So if there's a Black Lives Matter chapter in Detroit, which there is, there's a New Journey PAC chapter in Detroit. That's how Black Lives Matter was able to proliferate so quickly through the United States. Is that in all of these places, and I just heard this happen in Midland, Texas, by the way. Midland, Texas, there's a Black Lives Matter rally. In all of these places, even more so than what's listed on their website, and that's strategic by them for a reason, they actually have, even if it's just 10 people there, that they pay to be there, to actually be involved. So when something goes off in the community, they're already there. And until we as conservatives get a wartime mindset to flood the zone, we will forever be on the losing end of the cultural war.